Today on the premiere of a new show, let's talk guitar tone. Hello and welcome to Try This at Home, the show for fledgling gearheads and those just starting to get interested in recording at home. My name is Ed, and today we're talking about guitar tone. Do you like guitars? I like guitars. Have you ever had someone tell you something like, guitar tone is only in the hands? I'm sure you've heard that before. You've poked around the internet enough times to hear that. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's really not that simple. It's frankly a combination of almost everything. Yes, it is your hands. It is also the guitar itself. It's also the pickups. It's also the strings. And most importantly, it's the amplifier. And that's what we're talking about today. In between board ball episodes last year, I uploaded a new song every 2 weeks during the course of the baseball season. During the course of this project, I used 7 different guitars and 4 different amplifiers. Why? Largely because I could. Also, last year for a college class I taught, I decided to try something. So what I did is I took all of the amps I owned, which was 7 at the time, a little different now. We'll get back to that in a sec. And I recorded all 7 amps using 3 different guitars. The most expensive guitar in my collection, one of the cheapest, and this guy, called a Parts Telecaster with a custom shop neck and locking tuners. The 7 amps are all combo amps, and they range from 2 watts that runs on batteries to 50 watt all tube. To give each amplifier a fair shot, I recorded them all exactly the same way. The microphone used was a Shure SM57. That's not the one I usually use on guitar amps, but I used it because, well, everybody else does, I guess. All of the EQ and all the tone knobs and all the gain knobs are all set at the same spot, 12 o'clock or at 5 out of 10. First, the 8 string. Now let's hear the 7 string. Like the 8 string, the 7 string also has the pickup on the bridge position. If you think this repetition was boring, you weren't the one recording it. Lastly, the Telecaster. Unlike the other two, the Telecaster has the pickup switch in the middle position. A quick word on the orange amp. The orange amp doesn't have a second channel like the other amps do. That just has a separate overdrive knob, which I also put at 12 o'clock. Had I put that at, say, 3, yeah, it would have sounded a little bit more like the other amps themselves. Either way, you can still kind of pick that amp out, can't you? The biggest thing I took out of this is the discovery that really the amp winds up making a lot of the tone. Not all of it, but quite a good chunk of it. Always remember, anyone who ever tells you guitar tone is strictly in one spot, nah, it's not that simple. Now, that was then. I recorded this back in like February of last year when I had 7 amps. Well, I have 8 now. So, let's run this again with that new amp. To the basement! Alright, so here's amp number 8. It's a tiny Terror head with the orange PPC 212 cabinet. Since it's a 212, I've mic'd both speakers at the same time. Also, while I was at it, since it's an open back speaker, I mic'd the back of it too. Interesting, huh? So that's going to do it for this episode of Try This at Home. My name is Ed, and if you like what you see, you know what to do. If you have any other questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. The main thing I really took out of this is